Hey y'all, my name is Kia, and I'm also known as Slate by Kia if you didn't know. So, if you didn't know, I was able to secure my salon suite at 21, 3 months after graduating cosmetology school. Yes, 3 months. Like, it is very possible to do so. You just have to put in the hard work. No, first things first, you need to have faith in God. You need to put in the hard work and everything else will flourish. So I always get a lot of questions on like, okay, girl, how did you do that at the age of 21? And how did you do that 3 months after graduating cosmetology school? Because most girls usually go to like open floor salons because one, the booth rent is literally cheaper and it's easier to get clients, or most people go to like salon chains like Supercuts or like Sephora, that type of stuff. But I'm telling you, if you have a goal and a vision and you go in and figure out a plan and stuff, it's very possible to do so. So I'm going to give y'all a few of the steps that I had to take to make sure that I was going to be successful. And having a salon suite, one at such a young age, I'm running a business. And then two, making sure I have the clients. And then three, making sure the things I did before getting the salon suite was set in order, because I feel like a lot of girls they go in and get a salon suite and they end up failing because they don't have certain things set in order. So let me just give y'all a rundown of like the first thing I did when I went to cosmetology school to make sure I was going to be set in place with getting a salon. Okay, so first, let me give y'all a little timeline because I feel like timing is important when doing these certain things and just mapping out what you want to do. So I started cosmetology school September of 2021. Yeah, September of 2021. So I was 20 when I started cosmetology school and turned 21 while I was in cosmetology school. So I started in September of 2021. And with cosmetology school, you can either be part-time or full-time. I chose the part-time route because I was also in college as well, part-time. So I was doing a lot. I'm like, I'm gonna get my degree too, because I had left my volleyball scholarship. I'm like, I'm gonna get my degree as well. I'm not playing no games. So I was doing that. And then also I wanted to still take some clients. So a little rundown. At 17, I decided to be an entrepreneur. I quit my job. I had quit my job and I was doing girls hair at my school at 17. And then I also had a lash business that carried me through high school. So I've always high school and college. So I've always been a entrepreneur. It was just something that God blessed. When I had came back from college and left my scholarship, I would take clients like here and there. So I just knew, like, I was just so used to being my own boss to where I knew like I wanted to launch suite. I don't want to work for nobody. So that was my goal going into cosmetology school. But I did have some hindrances. So first things first, going into cosmetology school, they're not going to teach you the business side. And if they do teach you the business side, it's more of like inventory stuff, which definitely helps with me having a salon suite. They'll teach you like the inventory side because a lot of times when you go into cosmetology school, they want to push you to work in a salon chain, and like salon chains will have you working with inventory and understanding inventory. So that definitely helped with that. But since they pushed so much on, okay, well, you're gonna go to a salon chain, you're gonna go work for a company, basically almost like corporate, but into the salon world, if that makes sense. And I was just like, no, like I'm so used to working for myself. I don't want to go work for nobody. Like that was just drilled in my head, and that's what I wanted to do. So, in order to be successful with getting a salon suite, here are the things you need. One, you need to open up a business bank account. Two, you need to have salon liability insurance. Three, you got to get your licenses in order. Four, you need to have some type of accountant holding you accountable. You don't have to hire on this accountant, but you can have an accountant that sets you up with certain things. And I'll get more into details about that later on in this video. So the first thing I did when I got into cosmetology school, I would ask around, and my mom, she would like send me other stylists like that would do her hair, and I would literally just ask questions. Like if you want something, you're gonna have to ask questions. I was asking questions because I'm like, I want to do this. Like I'm very serious about it. So I was like, what accountant do I go to? Like, how do I open up a business bank account? Like, I didn't really know all of this stuff because when I was an entrepreneur before, I was just like, I was 17. So I was just like doing it for fun. I wasn't taking it seriously. Like, it was for fun for me. But now as I'm getting older and I realize like, hey, this is lucrative. I have to take it serious. I have to have my ducks in a row. Like, this is going to be a real business. It's going to be full time. This business is what is going to provide for me and my lifestyle that I want. In March, I had a consultation with this accountant and oh my gosh, she was so helpful, like the best person ever. So literally that March, we set up a consultation and she was like, hey, since you're going to be taking this hair thing seriously, this is what you need to do. First things first, she was like, I need you to go to your county clerk office. I need you to go get a DBA and just write it in like whatever you call yourself by. My business name was Slay Like He Is. So I went to my county clerk and got my DBA. That was the first thing I did. So I did that and I got my DBA. And then she was like, after you go get your DBA, you need to go to a national bank and any national bank of your choice to set up a good business bank account. And I was just like, okay, well, who should I set up my business bank account with? Like, who's good? She gave me like 3 options. She said Chase is really good for business bank accounts, Wells Fargo, or Bank of America. I just went with Wells Fargo and I haven't had any problems with them by the grace of God. By the grace of God. I didn't have any problems. So after I did that, I immediately went to go get my DBA. I opened up my business bank account and the money from there, like from my personal account, I put like $500 in there or whatever. So here's the thing that they don't tell you when it comes to being like a real deal business owner. So legally, your business money and personal money has to be separate. And that is why I had to make a business bank account because it has to be separate. And I bet you're wondering, why didn't you get an LLC? Also, technically, you don't need to get an LLC till your business is consistently making $5,000 or more a month. Yeah, so a lot of these girls tell you, oh, go get an LLC immediately, stuff like that. It's not smart to get an LLC if you're just going to be part-time in the beauty industry and you know your business is not making $5,000 or more a month. And that's why I say it's very important to consult with a accountant, a certified accountant that has your best interest, because I didn't know any of this and I literally thank God for him connecting us together because she has helped me so much with my business and it's only been 2 years and it's just been growing tremendously because I was only taking like 10 clients out the month because I was in school. I was in 2 schools. I was in cosmetology school and I was a college student as well. So I would only take like 10 clients out the month part time just to help build up my clientele and stuff like that. So when I did move into my salon suite, I would have some people with me and I could like keep moving. So I had a plan. And that's the thing, like you have to have a plan. And I had a plan. I'm like, I'm going to get a salon suite. And I'm taking my clients with me. I'm going to be taking some clients from cosmetology school too because I do good hair. Okay. So, yeah, I will only bring in like 2,000 to 3,000 a month. At that time, that's pretty good money for somebody with a business and that's staying at home with their parents. So I was having a great time with that money. I graduated cosmetology school October of 2022. So that gave me like 2 months to start getting everything together. So basically, as soon as I graduated, I had to hurry up and schedule my state exams. So I'm like, I need to be in a salon suite ASAP. ASAP. Cause I wanted to do more styles. Like I had learned about silk presses. I was doing, more weaves and stuff and I wanted to shampoo my clients. So at that time, I basically was specializing in braiding and I still do braiding as well. But, I was specializing in braiding. So all I was doing at home was just taking braiding clients. So when I graduated cosmetology school, I opened up my books to full time. Basically open up my schedule to where I could work basically every single day from A to Z. Like I was hustling. I was at my mama's house at like 10 o'clock p.m. working because I'm really trying to build my clientele up. And shout out to my parents for allowing me to do that at their house. So I was doing that in their house. I was taking, basically it was like trap house, baby. People in and out trying to build up my clientele. So I went from taking 10 clients to taking like 30 clients. So I was like, I need to get a salon suite because I cannot have these people in and out of my parents' house like that. Like, I need to get it ASAP. So thankfully, I was able to schedule my freaking test in November. So I passed both tests in November. After that, I was like, okay, it's time to look for a salon. So number one was getting your like business side set up. So getting your business bank account, all of that set up. That's number one. Number two is location finding. So, I'm in Frisco, Texas, and Frisco, Texas is a suburb outside of, Dallas. So I'm in the north area, North Texas, baby. I live in the suburbs. Okay. So prices are going to be more expensive compared to salon suite prices in, Dallas. So I was asking around from different stylists. I was just reaching out to on Instagram. I was like, hey, I'm a cosmetology student. That's what I'm saying. Like, just ask questions. Just ask. You're going to get a yes or no. That's something my mom always told me. It's either going to be a yes or no. And I don't know. It was literally just God. These stylists were willing to help me. So, I was like, what's a good price range for a salon suite? And they were like, honestly, with you being in Frisco, a good price range will be from $200 to $400. Anything over like $400, at that point, you need to be opening up your own salon. I was like, okay, my budget is going to be $300 then. I will be paying $300 a week for my salon suite. So one thing I had instilled in my head with location find, I was like, I need to find a salon suite that's like open and busy. So like, the days when I don't have nobody booked, I can just come in here and wait for somebody, and I can like get a walk-in, and that walk-in can turn into a forever client. Like, that's something I was like saying in my head. I need the area that's busy, where there's like a lot of stuff around, a busy street, everything. So if it's your first salon suite, you're coming straight out of cosmetology school, please find a salon suite that is in a busy area. Please. So I tell you, this helped my business so much. Like, it helped my business so much. And when I mean by busy area, make sure there's shops around. Literally, make sure there's shops around. Make sure there's restaurants around. Make sure there's... So I literally called the salon suite that I'm in now, and he literally said, yes, I literally have one suite available, and you can come look at it such and such date. So I went to go look at the salon suite, and basically I just felt so much peace. I was like, yeah, this is my room. This is my room. I ended up signing that contract like the next week, and this was in November. All of this happened in November, my birthday month. Like, when I tell you it was blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings, like God was just literally blessing me. So, moved in. No. So I signed the contract, and my moving date wasn't until December. So I was literally like rummaging everything together. I literally had to contact, my CPA at the time to be like, hey, like, I'm gonna let you know now, once January hits, I'm gonna be making 5,000 or more a month. So let's start getting things in order with everything. Let's start like getting everything in order with that. So boom, I basically move into my salon suite. In a salon suite, you need to have salon liability insurance. And I bet you're wondering, like, what is salon liability insurance and why do you need it? So I'm using it in third person. So if Lucy's salon suite had caught on fire, Lucy's salon suite caught on fire, basically, your salon liability insurance will cover all damages. That's why it's important, because if Lucy's salon suite was to catch on fire and she didn't have salon liability insurance, she would have to come out of pocket. She would have to come out of pocket. Nobody wants to do that. Or say Lucy's salon suite was broken into. She would have to come out of pocket if she didn't have salon liability insurance. That's why it is so important. And I stress that, like, if you are wanting to be in the beauty industry and get a salon suite and take it seriously, get salon liability insurance. It's only $200 a year. Like, it is so cheap. And it's a write-off, girl. It's a write-off. So yeah, please get salon liability insurance. Also, salon liability insurance covers you as a person as well. Say Lucy accidentally burned her client, or her client wants to be petty and sue. Salon liability insurance covers all legal activity involving that, and it covers you and it protects you. That's why salon liability insurance is a must. It's not, oh, I'm gonna get it later. No, it's a must. So I also applied for that as well before I moved into my salon suite. And also, if you're working at like a legit salon suite, they're gonna require it. I'm gonna get into like the nitty gritty because I do not want y'all to get played with finding these salon suites, because these owners will try to play y'all. Okay, when I tell you God's hand was covering me when it came to doing this, because I did not know what I was doing. I was just asking questions and winging it. But I don't want y'all to like have to do that. I want y'all to have the guidance that y'all need to be successful and learn from my mistakes. So here are the things you need to ask owners when getting your salon suite. The first question you need to ask is, what is the square footage? Okay, I remember an owner tried to tell me when I was looking for salon suites, oh, the square footage doesn't matter. No, it does, especially for like what you're trying to do. So the first salon suite, when I tell you my first salon suite was like amazing, I'm going to insert a little video of how it looked. It was literally amazing. It was like 100 square feet and it was a window suite. So people would like see me doing hair. And like, that's why I say location finding is so important, because people would see me doing hair and they would like come and be like, hey, what do you do? Do you do braids? I'm like, yeah, here's my business card. And they would text me appointment booked for like next week or whatever I have available that works for their schedule. Like, I'm telling you, listen to me. So that's number one to ask. So I had a room that was 100 square feet, I think it was 105 square feet or 110, one of them. And I was paying $250. And that's not bad for being in Frisco, having a window suite and having that much room. So that was really good for my first salon suite, but business started growing, and that's why I moved into this different one by the grace of God, because baby, I was breaking like this. And I'm like, I need to shoot content to stretch. So yeah, ask me if you're able to decorate or paint and mount how you want to. A lot of salon suites, are stingy and a lot of them aren't stingy with how you want to decorate. But that's also important with the price you're paying, because if you want me paying $400, I need to be able to, if I want to install a mirror into the wall, I should be able to do that with no problem. If I want to paint this thing green, I should be able to do that with no problem. Okay. And that is very important when asking, because some salon suites don't allow painting. They're like, no, you got to keep it white. And if you're like a creative person and you want to show your creative side and make your salon suite like your personality, not being able to decorate it is a problem. So asking your landlord or the owner of the salon suites, he or she, if the lease is like a weekly thing or a yearly thing or 2 years. Cause I know some salon suites are like, oh no, it's 2 years. Some people are like, it's a year, or some people are like, no, it's week to week. You just need to let me know 3 months before if you're going to leave, basically. So my lease was a year, and if I wanted to leave, I needed to let them know 60 months before, hey, I don't want to re-sign because of such and such. That's between you and the landlord. So that's very important to ask. So people always ask, okay, what comes with the salon suite? I totally forgot to mention this. So what should be included in your salon suite is your salon chair, just like this. And you need to have a washing bowl. A washing bowl should be included, and your salon chair should be included. And also a chair for the bowl should be included as well. And then also, I know some salon suites include dryers, some don't. It depends on what you do. But yeah, mine included a dryer as well. So that worked out. So that was how I was able to secure my salon suite at 21. God, I love Jesus. Like, he be blessing me. And then also, I'm in a bigger salon suite now, and I was able to secure that 2 months before my business anniversary, before my 2-year business anniversary, using these same steps. that I'm telling y'all to do. Yo, I hope this helps for any cosmetology student or anybody that's like working out of their home that wants to transition to getting a salon suite, that was nervous or skeptical or didn't know like what steps that you need to take. I really hope this was helpful. I also have a salon suite guide ebook for the price of $19.99 that will be linked under this video that includes all these steps and more. And if you're a person that needs like one-on-one sessions, strategy calls, just need to talk one-on-one to ask like more in-depth questions. And cause that's how I am. I'm like a one-on-one person. Like, hey, let's talk on a phone call. I also provide salon strategy meetings, salon suite guide strategy meetings as well to help people out. I've had 2 people secure salon suites with just the use of my salon suite guide. And my other girl that secured a salon suite, she was able to secure a salon suite with just extra guidance because of a salon strategy meeting with me. So I'm just so happy that like I'm able to help young girls and other women in the beauty industry to like live out their dream, because this is like a blessing to have. A business is a blessing and it takes hard work. Okay, it takes hard work. Be sure to click that subscribe button and I will be posting more videos soon. And thank you for watching my first YouTube video. Bye, y'all.